Little Durk is in the news again, man. Durkio back in the news. Your man is under investigation already for a murder for hire case against Quando Rondo's cousin. But there is another case that has appeared in Chicago on Durk's radar, allegedly. Let's put that out
Make
there.
sure that word is used.
Allegedly. Yeah,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
It's another murder for hire. Another murder for hire at this point. A lot of the details ain't really out on this one because they're still finding them at this point. It ain't looking too good for your boy.
It's
Thoughts?
not.
Thoughts?
I mean, I don't get why these rappers do this to themselves. Like they better hire some people. I don't know. Like, well, he did, but obviously he wasn't good enough with what he was doing. I don't know. Yeah.
Cash, what you got to add, my man?
It's sad. I'm not a fan of Dirt, so it is what it is. But it's sad because they keep coming up with more and more for this young man. You know, this is his life. He's going to be fighting for now. I think California carries a death penalty, right?
I mean, here's the thing about California and the death penalty.
Yeah.
You can be sentenced to death in California, but you will never be executed. They will commute your stay and give you life without the possibility of parole. California is not a capital. They abolished capital punishment. A capital punishment, like maybe in like early 2000s. The last person that was technically executed here in California, believe it or not, was Stanley Tookie Williams.
That's what I was about to say. Oh, yeah.
That was the last person in California who was executed. Go ahead, raise your hand.
You say they abolished capital punishment, nigga. Life in jail and prison is capital punishment. Don't give a damn.
Your ass could die. It could be worse.
Nigga,
Okay.
it's capital punishment. Okay.
Look here,
Hey, let
look
me
here,
out.
look here. I'm going by according of the law. Nigga, I know what fucking cruel and unusual punishment look like, and that shit right there is cruel and unusual punishment. Thank you. Do y'all be feeling like it's a takedown once these rappers start trying to take control of their own destiny? All of a sudden, everybody getting slapped with racketeering. No. I think what it is personally that sometimes, again, what it is sometimes they don't know how to leave the streets. You don't listen. I get it. Even in this, and again, this is coming from a person who lived in Los Angeles, California, who was born and raised here. I seen the LA riots in '92. You understand what I'm saying? I seen the peace treaties. I seen that shit. So I know what it is about this gang warfare shit. I mean, that's just it's ingrained. You know what I'm saying? I was never a part of it like that, but I have family members and shit like that was. And when it comes down to it, is when motherfuckers get this wealth and they get this money, they get this status. It does not actually sometimes improve people. It actually exasperates their issues and it really shows you who the fuck they really are. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to sit up here and say that a lot of African Americans who are rappers or who are musicians don't get a bad rap or get framed for some bullshit or some injustice happen. That happens to most black people and people of color. But sometimes we are the product of our own demise. And by not staying away from shit like that, Nip is one of those people like, yo, I love Nip. Love his music. I love what everything Nip was standing for. And I understand he was trying to get his neighborhood together. But at the same time, I really wish Nip would have left. And one of the things I tell myself, and I know this is kind of a long-winded rant real quick, but one of the things I tell myself is that you can't save everybody. You cannot. This is something I was talking about in therapy like a couple months ago. I consider like the shit, like my shit is like Gotham, right? I'm Batman. I have to save Gotham. That's normally Batman's role. You know what I'm saying? He knows nothing else but to save Gotham. But what he needs to understand is that he cannot save Gotham. No matter how hard Batman tries, Batman can turn around and he could fight the Joker one night and then kick Catwoman's ass and then turn around and whoop everybody's ass 3 nights over. But you can't save everybody.
Yeah.
You can't. You
The
can't
hood
save
don't
God.
love you. The hood don't love you.
It
They need
don't
to
love
learn
you.
that.
And
They don't.
exactly, Paul. You can't save everybody, and you can't solve everybody's problem.
You know,
And some
when,
people don't want to leave, and that's
when
another part of it.
like with it looking like it's a takedown, I'm one of the ones I look at it like back in the day, niggas ain't talk about these murders like that out in the open and shit that they was doing out in the open. That's the kind of creed I live by. And keep that shit to yourself. But these rappers today is just outrageous with what they shit they said. Even though we want to use that freedom of speech shit, but come on,
Yeah.
y'all taking it a little too far.
Yeah.
So
No,
they, of course, and a lot of communities are going down behind. It's. I told you, Hyla, my son wanted to become. He tried to be a rapper. You better not be
Yeah.
talking about murdering people though, because they are doing this and trying to live a life that you're not, because that's gonna bring
Yeah.
unwanted attention.
You live
Rap
by
that
the
became
street
a
code, you
dangerous
die by
sport.
the street code. You
You feel
can't.
me? So rap has become very dangerous. People are dying just for saying something. So I don't really look at it as a takedown. I look at people as trying to restore some shit. Like, hey, where's the balance in this shit? Because ain't none.
It's definitely not a takedown, but again, it's a mindset that that I've noticed that not only people of color, but humans, period. When you get this certain amount of money or you get this certain amount of level in your life, you just don't know how to leave well enough alone. Sometimes you got to turn up. You just feel like, oh, you bored, you know what I'm saying? You got this bread. So the first thing you do, you trying to, you know what I'm saying? You trying to turn up. And sometimes the turn up ain't what it is. Sometimes, like Paul said earlier, you can't save everybody, and everybody's problem isn't your problem to solve. So your homies, of course, if you out there still in the streets, you got this money, of course your homies gonna be looking to you. You know what I'm saying? Asking you for the help. And then when they don't give you, and then when you don't give them that help, then you got issues with them niggas. Then you a snitch, or you XYZ, or you know what I'm saying? Exactly. You can't be accessible. Sometimes not everybody should be accessible to your motherfucking energy.
Facts.
Limit yourself.
Sit down. They go sit
your
your ass
goddamn down. God damn it. That's right. But anyway, that's the crazy thing, man. That shit is crazy. But it's not looking good for Durk. I just really wish, Durk would have listened to Wallow. And I said this on the episode once before. I'll say it again. I'm gonna keep saying that shit. Wallow's a real nigga.
Oh yeah, Wallow get praised. Yeah, Wallow one.
Wallow's a real nigga.
Yeah.
When I mean by a real nigga, he is a real nigga because of the simple fact he has so much knowledge that he is willing to share with the young community.
Yes, I'm reading his book right now. Very good read.
And hopefully, y'all start taking heed to some of this shit that Wallow be saying, because some of that shit Wallow be really putting out there, man. He be really telling the truth. Like he sat up there and he cried in front of Durk and let him know, hey, XYZ, this is what happened to me. I'm trying to tell you, bro, you got to let this go. And Durk completely ignored that shit, went around that shit, went on about his business. And it's the same thing even with Kodak. You know what I'm saying? Wallow has, reached out, tried to help him and get him in a better place. And sometimes motherfuckers just ignore that. Sometimes we ignore those people who are put here to save us. Or we murk them. One of the two. One of the two. But anyway, I'm not gonna keep going on. It doesn't look good for Durk. Hopefully it doesn't go on like that. Hopefully it doesn't go down like that.